So correlation coefficient, how to calculate correlation coefficients, that we'll see. Then we have bivariate frequency distribution. And lastly, we'll see this rank correlation. Okay. So before that, we'll see correlation coefficient between two variable, how to find and what are properties. Okay. So let us see. So what is the correlation means, that you can see. If you have two random variables, okay. For example, in this example, you can see that height and weight of a human body. Okay. So height of human body would be one random variable, and you can take weight as the second random variable, and then we can see what kind of relations they have. Okay. Similarly, income and expenditure. Okay. So these you can see that when height increases, weight also increases. Similarly, in case of income and expenditure, when income increases, expenditure also increases. But these are some type of reverse. One increase, but other decrease type, price and demand. Okay. So if the price is say less, then you can see that you have more demand of the product, or if like this, price is high, demand is less, like that. So this type of situations occurs in some more examples are there. For example, here you can see that this example, color of the dress wear by student and their intelligence. So this I think you can think that there should not be any relation between these two. Okay. So color of the dress should not affect intelligence of any body. Okay. Similarly, rainfall in a Pune city and attendance in the class. Well, we can hope that. Okay. If more rain, then the attendance would be less. We can think like that. So what we have seen three types of situation here. That is, one increase, the other also increase at the same time. One increase, but other decrease. And sometimes there is no relation between the two random variables. So on the basis of this, we have different types. We can define correlations. One kind of one type of correlations are this positive and negative. So positive correlation means if both either decrease or both either increase. Okay. So if one increase, other also increase, or if one decrease, other also decrease, in that case we say that it is positive correlation. Okay. But the correlation is said to be negative correlation when the value of variables changes with opposite direction, like this. One goes in this direction, the other goes in this direction. And here positive means both. This is the situation, or both negative. Then another type of relation is simple correlation and multiple correlation. So simple means we have only two variables and we see the relation between these two variables. Okay, so that is simple. And when we have more than two variables, it is multiple. So we just know the meaning of simple and multiple.
Sir, when it is multiple correlation, it will be a regression problem, right?
Or
If x1 is related to x2, x3, and x4,
yeah,
so
yeah.
obviously it's a regression problem, right?
Anyhow, this correlation and regression are some kind of somewhat they are related.
Right, sir, right.
Okay. So, and what I can say, actually, I have never studied this multiple either correlation or regression. So I don't have a much idea about this. But yes,
No
in
problem,
case
sir, no problem.
impulse, we can we have definitely relations between these two quantities. Okay, correlation and regression. And then type 3 type of correlations is the linear and non-linear correlations. Okay, so linear means if there is a linear relation between the two variables, okay, this x should be capital. Okay, so it is linear. But if suppose we have a relation like this, y is equal to x square, then it will be non-linear correlations. So actually this type of relation is also there when we study random variables, but I left it, actually skipped this topic, non-linear relations between random variables. We simply saw the linear relations between the random variables. Okay, so I think if you require, you can study these things and understand the things. Okay.
सर उतना जरूरत नहीं पड़ता है नॉन लीनियर का जितना
हाँ
लीनियर का पड़ता है.
हाँ ठीक है. So then we can use different method to study the relation between two variables. This is very first method we can say scatter diagram. Then some scientists give some number known as coefficient of correlation, and then again we have rank correlation coefficients. Okay, so we'll see this quickly. Scatter diagram is simply you draw the points on the plane and see, for example, height, weight. You can say that you have a linear relationship between these two variables. Okay, then positive relationship. So if the points are say lying on the plane like this, on and around a straight line, okay, so this is the situation of positive relations. Similarly, moderate positive means more points are away from the straight line. Okay, of course some points lie on and around, but the more points lying away from the straight line, then this is moderate positive. This is perfect negative, all the lines lying on a line, but then you can see that TV watching per week exam score. So if you watch more TV, probably your score would be declining or decrease. It is like that. So this is perfect because all the points lying on the line. Then moderate negative. Moderate means again some points lying away from the line. Big negative. More and more points are away from the straight lines like this and no correlation. So looks there is a horizontal line around which the points lies. In this situation, there is no correlation coefficient. So now we'll see this Carl Pearson coefficient of correlation, how to find it. Okay. So we'll see the formula given by him. These are some notations we use here in correlation or even in general statistics. This is a common notation. Rho sigma, rho for correlation coefficient of the population, and standard deviation sigma x, and covariance of x and y is denoted by sigma xy. And similarly, for sample, we use R for correlation coefficient, S for standard deviation, and again S for covariance. But then this could be in pair x, y, and this is simply x or y. So this is the formula given by covariance of x, y upon standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y. So this is covariance, and these are standard deviation of x and y. So this is the basic actually, and then many form we can find it. We can use the definition of covariance. It is E of x minus Ex, y minus Ey. We know that, and we also have variation in terms of expectation. So we can use this and get this relation, and then we can use definition of Ex, that is actually Ex is what? This is mean. This is summation xi upon n. Okay. So from this relation, we can get, if we have n sample points, then this covariance xy upon variance x, variance y under root can be obtained in the form of sample points. Okay, sample points are what? X1, Y1. So we have two variables, of course, xy, and then n points x and y. So we can use sxy, sx, sy to write this form, and then we can change this position of n. Okay. So this in fact cancel here because it is root one by n, root 1 by n denominator and 1 by n here. So this is the result. These all these things you can see. Another form of R is this one, 1 upon n, summation xy minus x bar y bar, and summation xi square x bar square this. Okay. So there are many forms of this correlation coefficient that can be used to calculate the correlation coefficients. This is also one form. So what you required, you just see these formulas carefully. You required this. This is one thing. This is one. This is one. Okay. These are x bar is actually summation xi upon n. No, you know that. And then, so this you require. This is summation xi, summation yi, and this is again the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 5 elements we required here, and of course the number of elements n. Okay, so 6 numbers we required to calculate this value. You just remember this: summation xi, xy, summation x, summation y, summation x square, and summation y square, and the number of elements n. This many numbers you require to find the value of R using these formulas. Okay. So that we will see little later. Let us see some properties. So this is very important, and property correlation coefficient lies between -1 and +1. Okay, so R lies between -1 and +1. So this we know that. You can see the proof here. Okay. Then second is change of scale and origin. Okay. So correlation coefficient is independent of change of origin and scale. Okay. So what we have x. Now if this x is changed to say x minus a upon h, and y is changed into say y minus b upon k, where a, b, h, k are constants. This we can say u, this we can say b. Okay. So what this property says, Rxy is equal to RUB. So you just find the correlation between the two random variables u and b. Okay, it will be same as the correlation coefficient obtained by between the random variables capital X and capital Y. Okay, so this you have most probably used. Okay. So I will not go into the proof of this result. And third is that if x and y are two independent variables, then correlation coefficient between x and y is 0. So this we know that we have seen, where we have seen that if x and y are independent, then we have seen this property when we have studied covariance. So this covariance xy is equal to 0. Xy are independent, covariance xy is 0. And if covariance is 0, naturally R will be 0 because R is covariance xy upon sigma x, sigma y. So if this numerator is 0, R will be.
Sir, this is the simplest formula to remember covariance xy and sigma x, sigma y. सभी अलग-अलग calculate कर दो और यहाँ रख दो.
Yeah.
Rest are look very complicated, sir.
Yeah, they looks complicated, but I think it is not a difficult one.
Yeah, it is not difficult.
Because you see that you have to generate. You can see one example. I think it will be there. For example, this one, yes. So if suppose x, y, we have values here. This one, okay. So this is a change of a scale somewhere dx. So what we required actually, suppose this is your u, this is v, then this is a u square, this is v square, and this is ub. So these are 5 elements plus 5 sum actually, and plus number of elements are required to calculate the value. Okay. So formula, yes, if you see first time it looks difficult, but when we solve some problems, then I think
Yeah, problem solving is simple arithmetic, sir.
yeah, it is simple arithmetic, and you can see that by change and scale, change of origin and scale, we can reduce this number. Okay, and you can reduce like this or summation u is 0, summation v is 0. Okay, or sometimes only one of the sum is 0, summation u is 0. It is not always possible to get summation u and summation v both 0 at a time, but in this particular problem it is we are getting 0, no problem. But in general it is not always possible to get 0, but then you can reduce the numbers and do the calculation easily. Okay, so if you change the origin and scale, the chances of error become less. So, okay. So this R is 0 if their X and Y are independent. So these examples are there. Find the correlation coefficient between advertisement expenditure and profit for the following data. Okay. So this expenditure and profit, and then you have to see which type of correlation they have. So as I said, we have many 3-4 types of formula that we can use. So here we have used the first formula. So there we required this x bar, y bar, and then deviations. This is actually dx, x minus x bar, y minus y bar dy, and then denominator you have dx square dy square, and this is dx dy. Okay. So this is dx, this is dy. So in this table you can see that dx dy, and then this. So what we get, or even in chart you can see that summation dx dy, and then under root summation dx square under root summation dy square. So 0.27. So positive. So positive means yes, if you advertise more, your expenditure will be, sorry, your profit will be more. Okay. So expenditure in advertisement. So if it, because the value is 0.27, it is positive value. Okay. So we have positive correlation, though it is a weak positive, we can say. Okay. But yes, कुछ ना कुछ तो फायदा हो रहा है. We can say that expenditure on advertisement increases or decreases, profit increases or decreases. Since it lies between 0.25 and 0.5, it can be considered as weak positive correlation coefficient. Okay. Then calculate call same between price and demand for the following data. Okay, price and demand. So here another formula is used, and then you required 5 columns to be generated: x, y, x square, y square, and x, y. So no change of scale and origin here, and you can see these numbers. Just substitute. This is minus 0.96, so almost -1. Okay, this is almost -1, so you can see that this is perfect negative. So these problems are there. Then we can see more problems using change of scale and origin. So this is a shortcut method. Some say shortcut method. So dx here is actually, you can see this x minus x bar. Okay. Yeah, here it is given there. So dx is, it is something like x minus a upon h type. okay, which I denoted sometimes back as u, okay, and then you'll have v y minus d upon. So change of scale and origin you can use, okay. These are your numbers, a small b, a, and k, whatever you want you can choose, but then choose in such a way that your calculation become easy, okay. It should not be the case that the problem is becoming more problematic, okay. By doing this, we want our problems to be simple, easy to calculate, and other things. So, for example, we can use here. Now you can see the numbers 10, 12, 14, 18, 20.
क्या हालत रहती है, क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे उनकी बात भी पापा वही ऐसी ट्रीट करते हैं जैसे कि छोटा बच्चा हूँ.
Okay. So 10, 12, 14, 18, 20. So you can so simply if you take the dx, x minus 40, dy, y minus 7, and then you can see that. So we are not getting anything 0 here, but you can find these values dx, dy, dx square, dy square, and dx, dy. You just calculate these 5 values correctly. And then substitute. So simply the numbers, so no interpretation. Now again, you have to use this shortcut method. Here you can see that 10, 20, 30, 46, 50. So now we can choose a is equal to 30. Okay, a is equal to 30, and also we can choose h is equal to 10 because the difference is of 10. And then you can see that the summation u or summation dx will be 0. Okay, so this summation dx is equal to 0. So you can put these values. So I think in these calculations are not difficult. You can do that. Next comes a bivariate frequency distribution. Okay. So what we have used here, you just see this formula. This one, n summation dx dy minus summation dx summation dy. Let me write this in this form. Simple form, if you want to write, we can write like this. N summation uv minus summation u summation v upon under root n summation u square minus summation u whole square. And this n summation e square minus summation e whole square. Okay. So this is a formula. Now let us convert this formula for bivariate frequency distribution. Now bivariate frequency distribution, if you remember, it goes like this. For example, one way you can take height and the other way we can take weight, right? So say height is 140, 150, 155 like this. It goes put like this, and here weight you can take say 55 kg, okay, 65, 70, like this. So now you'll have numbers here, okay. You'll get some numbers, say 10, 5, there is no number, maybe 6, 5.
So these numbers represent frequency and occurrence, right? Number of times it occurs, right?
So this 10 means number of persons having
Yeah.
height 140 centimeter and weight 55 kg.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Okay. So this type, so then you have these numbers are there in this table, and now we'll find the relation between this frequency table, the relation between the two random variables, height and weight. Okay. So this I have shown, I've written here the simplest case. General case would be, this is not exactly 140, but it may be between 130, 140, and then 140, 150, 150, 160. So intervals. Okay. Similarly, here also you have intervals. Okay. Weight lies between 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, like that. Okay. So this is simple case. So in that case, now here one number comes, that is capital N. Okay. So this capital N is summation of all frequencies here, all the numbers here. Okay. This is summation A5. This we know that. And then, for example, summation U. Okay. Now summation U, you know that if the frequency distribution is there, then it becomes summation A phi UI. Right? Similarly, summation V becomes summation A phi VI. So these are summation. Now we replace them by summation A phi UI, summation A phi VI, and then this will be summation A phi UI square. Okay, and summation A phi UI whole square, like that. So all these symbols U and V will have F associated with them. So U, FU, V, FU, FV, but then this will be frequency of U. So that we will denote by FUU. So this will be summation FUU. This will be summation FBB. And then this will be FUV. FUV, UV. Okay. So these just from this formula we can get the formula for bivariate frequency distribution. So this you can see here. This one. So in place of a small n, capital N will come, and then in place of dx, dy, fxy, dx, fx, dy, fy, like this, all these things come. Capital N is summation fx is equal to summation fy. Okay. So this is one example. So this type of table we have to construct. So should I explain it or leave it? कादरे सर
शॉर्ट में बता दीजिए और क्या थोड़ा
शॉर्ट में बताता हूँ मैं कुछ यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ रोज और कॉलम कम कर देता हूँ और बताता हूँ. So मेरे पे खाली जगह है, लेट मी this take your time. Okay. So what we have to do?
सर अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो छोड़ सकते हैं इसको, इतना इम्पोर्टेंट तो नहीं है ये।
चलो एक हो ही गया तो आइडिया दे देता हूँ.
ठीक है सर।
So this one. So actually we have to add 3 more rows above this line and 3 more columns here. Okay. So like this. 3 columns here and then we have say 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is my frequency area. Okay. So why 3 rows and 3 columns? Because suppose you have, let us take a very simple example. Say this is 10, 20. This is 20, 30. And then you have 30, 40. And here suppose I have take 5 to 15 and then 15 to 25. Okay, I'm not taking much more. This one. So this is my 6 cells are there. Suppose the numbers are here, say 7, 8 days. This is days, say 5 and 9. Okay. So this is the given problem. Problem is that you have some random variable. The values are given in intervals. Frequencies are here and this. So what we do now, you know that to calculate our approach is we cannot use this interval to calculate rank correlation. We need a single number. So single number, you know that what we take the middle value of this interval as the number representing that interval. So we take 15 here, we take 25 here, and we take 35 here. This is one thing we do. Okay. So this is okay. And then here we can take say 10 and 15, 25, 20. So these are our values. And then what we do, we can apply change of scale and origin here. Okay, to further reduce these numbers. So you can see that we can say, suppose this is my x and suppose this is y here. Okay, so this I can take dx here and dy here. So dy is, so dx I can subtract from 25 and divide by 10. So 15 minus 25, that is minus 10 divided by 10. So I get minus 1 here, 0 here, and 1 here. Okay. And suppose if I subtract it from 15, so this is say 10 minus 15 divided by 5. So minus 1, and this is plus 1. And therefore we require 3 rows here and 3 columns here. So first is the original. If we are given the if our problem gives only the values, not in the form of interval, then you require only 2 rows and 2 columns like that. Okay. So this, now our job is to calculate. So this cell, this is my capital N. So capital N we can add. This is a 15, 20, 29. Okay. So next, you know that we found fx, fy. Okay. So this is y. So opposite to y, here you will have fy. And similarly here, opposite to x, you will have fx here. Now what is the fy? Fy is the sum of all these numbers. Okay, just like marginal frequency is probability distribution type. So this will be 8, 7, 15. This is 14. And similarly, the bottom side also vertically sum these numbers. So this is 7, then 30, and then this is 9.
सर पहला वाला 6 होगा ना 7 अच्छा 7 ओके सर 7 सॉरी
हाँ वो सही था लेकिन ये पोजीशन मेरा गलत हो गया. This will be actually fx 7, 13, and 9. All right. So this fy, and then here you can calculate fy square. This is required or not, fy. We can let us see whether required or not. Not required, I think. And then, so what y required? This is f. Okay. So you just see this formula. So what I required, actually I required this one, fx dx, fy dy. So this I will do. I don't require fx square. Okay, fx dx. So I have fx, and let us multiply it by dx. So fx dx column, and similarly fy. So this is fy dy. Okay, and here fx dx. So these are my dx and dy. Okay, so this is 15. Dy is -1. You can see that. So it will be -15. This is 14. This is 1. So 14. And similarly here, this is 7. This is -1. So -7. This is 13. This is 0. 0. 9, 1, 9. Okay. So in this way, we can find these numbers. After this, we require fxy. So this fx dx, fy dy over. Okay, this dy is square, fy dy is square, and fx dx is square. So this we can calculate. Fx dx is square, fy dy is square. So this is fy dy is square, and similarly fx dx is square. So dy is square, so this is -1, 1, so this becomes 15. This is 14 into 1, so 14. Okay. And the last one will be this will be fx fy, rather fxy, not fxfy. So this is fxy dx dy. And similarly here, we will have fx y dx dy. Or rather, if you want, you can write fyx dx dy, fxy dx dy. So now dx dy we have. Okay. So these are dx, 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 dy, dy. I have to calculate fxy. Fxy is also there. This is fxy. For example, 1, 1. Okay. But what I calculate number dx dy. I calculate in each cell the product dx dy. And that is written here actually. So dx dy. This is 1 here. This is -1, -1, 1. dx dy is 0. Here there is no frequency, no need. यहाँ भी frequency नहीं है, यहाँ frequency है, yes. So here 0 because 1 is 0, and then here it is 1 and 1, so 1. Okay. So these red numbers 1, 0, 0, 1 are dx dy. So what we do now, this is 1 fxy dx dy. This is fxy and this is dx dy. So 7 into 1. Okay. So 7, 8 into 0, 0. You just add that. So 7 into 1 plus 8 into 0. So this is 7. Then here 5 into 0, 0, 9 into 1. So 9. Okay. Similarly, here I should have calculated this. So you can calculate this now, no problem. Here again, vertically, this is again 7 into 1. So 7. And then this is 0, 0, 0. And this is again 0 and 9 into 1, 9. So now you can see that you have number 16 here and 16 here. Okay. So this was a small table. Okay. So this is state, final state is this one. Okay. These two numbers must be the same because they represent same thing, fxy dx dy, fxy dx dy. One is calculated along a horizontal line, other one is vertical. So these two numbers must be the same. Okay. So if we are getting different number, then you have committed somewhere mistake.
सर इस टाइप का बीटेक में आता है क्या सर? पूरा 10 नंबर का आना चाहिए ये सवाल तो।
सर
तो
18
बहुत
का आया
टाइम भी
था,
लग जाएगा। हाँ?
18 का आया था सर, 10 भी नहीं।
18 का था यार, जबरदस्त है, पर इजी है कैलकुलेशन, इतना टफ भी नहीं।
कैलकुलेशन एक बार समझ में आ जाए तो बहुत इजी है।
आधों ने छोड़ दिया होगा सर।
मैं इसी प्रॉब्लम की एक बार डिस्कस कर रहा था ना, इसी प्रॉब्लम का था कि असाइनमेंट में ये उद्देश्य सोमन के ही क्या कहते हैं फ्रेंड्स लोग हैं, इन्होंने एक ने सॉल्व किया इसको और सब ने उसी को ही क्या कहते हैं अटैच करके मेरे को भेज दिया, मतलब एक ही चीज। क्यों? तो
ये भी एक इंजीनियरिंग है ना सर?
नहीं, लेकिन एक्चुअली ये है, हम भी जब हम पढ़ते थे उस समय तो हमको भी ये डिफिकल्ट लगता था। तो जब तक आप प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे,
2-3 प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किए तो इजी है सर, पूरे 18 नंबर आ जाएंगे।
हाँ, और इसमें देखिए बहुत ही मतलब एक बार जब आपको समझ में आ जाए तो बहुत ही सिंपल है ये।
हाँ सर। और
ये जब नंबर हमारे आ गए, ये कैपिटल एन आ गया यहाँ पे, सम एफ वाई डी वाई एक नंबर आ गया 2, ये तीसरा नंबर हो गया, एफ एक्स डी एक्स आ गया चौथा नंबर, और 2 नंबर और चाहिए ना, एक यहाँ लिया ये नंबर और ये नंबर। सो 2 2 4 1 5 1, और ये जो मैंने बताया था ना कि हमको कितने नंबर चाहिए, 6 और 5, 1 2 3 4 5, no, these are same, summation fy dy, summation fy dy. So you can see that you need this one, this one, this one, and then n. So 1 2 3 4 and 5 6. These 6 numbers we required. So these 6 numbers are actually 3 years and 3 years. fx dx, fx dx square. So 2 years actually, and 4 years you can see 1 2 3 4 1 2. So these 6 numbers we required.
उद्देश्य जरा देखना यार, ये एक्सेल में कैसे सॉल्व होगा, उस तरह का प्रॉब्लम इजीली होता है क्या? कुछ देखो फार्मूला वगैरह कुछ।
ठीक है ना सर, ट्राई करना पड़ेगा मुझे पहले, फिर
हाँ
बता।
नहीं, पहले वेब सर्च ही करो, मैं सॉल्व किया हुआ देखो एक्सेल पे।
हाँ सर। नहीं तो सर ये अपना पांडास में भी अगर हो सके तो डेटा फ्रेम से ट्राई करके देख लूंगा, बन तो जाएगा वो।
पहले एक्सेल में देखो, इजीली मिलेगा देखो।
हाँ ठीक
देखो
है।
ये जो है ना, ये एक्सेल का है। मैंने मैनुअल टाइप बनाया, ऐसा कोई प्रोग्रामिंग नहीं किया है, बट ये मैंने एक्सेल में बनाया है, उसका इमेज लेके यहाँ पेस्ट किया हुआ है।
अच्छा सर, एक्सेल में कुछ ऑटोमेटिक फार्मूला ऐसा कुछ होता होगा इसका, लगता है।
हाँ हाँ, फार्मूला तो आ जाएगा ना। जैसे ये है, जैसे ये 100 लाना चाहिए, इनका सभी सेल का ऐड कर दें, इज इक्वल टू सम दिस, है ना। और फिर ये जो वैल्यूज हैं, ये जैसे ये क्या है, दिया प्रोडक्ट dx dy, ओके, सो प्रोडक्ट भी हो जाएगा। बट क्वेश्चन ये है, जो आप प्रोग्रामिंग करेंगे, तो जस्ट जैसे ही मैं dx और dy का कॉलम जनरेट करता हूँ, क्या मेरा ये टेबल कंप्लीट हो जाता है?
मेरा ख्याल है सर, प्रोग्रामिंग में जब कुछ होगा इसका, अगर एक्सेल में अगर कुछ होगा भी, तो वो टेबल जनरेट नहीं करेगा सर। आप उसको टेबल दे दो, वो जो है डायरेक्ट आपको आंसर निकाल के देगा, इंटरमीडिएट स्टेप नहीं बताएगा।
ओके, सो these numbers, you can see that जैसे fy dy square and then fxy dx dy. So this I was talking about this to be the same numbers. This is checkpoint, and then we use these numbers. This is capital N, and then this is fx dx square. This is fy dy, okay, fy dy square, and then this is. So these 6 numbers we require to calculate this capital R.
राइट सर, थैंक्स, अच्छा एग्जांपल है।
Okay. Now next we have a rank correlation coefficient. So what we have, sometimes read this. So two characteristics. Sometimes characteristics are not measurable, but ranks may be given to individuals according to their qualities. Okay. So in such situations, the rank correlation is used to know the association between the two characteristics. Now, for example, generally we have seen that in some competition we have judges 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And with respect to some parameters, they give ranks to some individuals. Okay, here. So now we want to know the relation between or characteristic, the relation between the characteristic of these judges on basis of the ranks given by them. Okay. So for that we can use a formula given by Spearman's rank correlation coefficient.
सर इसका एक आध एग्जांपल डाटा टेबल देखने को मिलेगा सर?
हाँ
इस तरह के डाटा पे लगता है ये है अपने पास कुछ
हाँ
एग्जांपल
है,
है तो जल्दी समझ में
एग्जाम्पल है। ये जैसे ये तो फार्मूला है, ये है जैसा ये आप देख सकते हैं, रैंक इन स्टैटिस्टिक्स, रैंक इन मैथमेटिक्स। So what it says, we have ranks of 80 students of BSc in statistics and mathematics. On the basis of rank, we would like to know that to what extent the knowledge of the student in statistics and mathematics is related. Okay, so knowledge of statistics and knowledge of mathematics of students are related. How are they related? So वो जो नंबर्स प्राप्त किए हैं उसके बेसिस पे हम देखेंगे। इसका मोर जनरल ये हो सकता है कि इंस्टेड ऑफ गिविंग रैंक वी नो द नंबर्स ऑब्टेन्ड बाय देम, ओके, इन द एग्जामिनेशन।
Yeah.
So ये हो सकता है। Now if you know the number we can rank them,
Right, sir.
okay? So and then after ranking them we can see the relation. Okay? So that is rank correlation. So this generally is also there. Not ranks are not known, but the numbers are known here. For example, here following data. So if these numbers are there, so what we do, we give the highest number first rank. Okay, but then in these numbers you can see that some numbers may be repeated. For example, here is there any repetition? 78, 89, 97, 69, 59, 79.
नहीं है सर, रिपीटेशन नहीं है।
B. But then there are case of repetition. So in that case, how to give rank or how to rank them, that we will also see. Okay. So this derivation of the formula you can see. Okay. It's a not difficult one. This is the formula that we use. Now what is DI here? Let me give you. DI is the rank between the ith rank of X and ith rank of Y. This is DI is equal to Xi minus Yi. Otherwise, nothing is there. Okay, so DI is there and N is there. N is the number of ranks. Okay, कितने rank हैं या कितने persons हैं,
सर ये
individuals हैं।
DI क्या है, एक बार और बताइएगा सर।
हाँ, DI is for example, suppose that we have ranks, जैसे वो आप प्रॉब्लम अभी हमने देखा, statistics and mathematics. Okay. So suppose these are, say 5 individuals are there, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Okay. Say this is rank 1, this is 3, 4, 5, 2. Okay. Base में मान लो 2, 4, 5, and then 3, 1, like this. So these are ranks. So what is our DI? DI is just DI is equal to
डिफरेंस
Xi minus Yi.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
So this is D1 will be equal to 1 minus 2. D2 will be equal to 3 minus 4.
ठीक है सर।
D3 is equal to 4 minus 5 and so on. So this DI, N will be the 5 number of elements here, the number of persons here. So 5 is प्रकार। So this is first formula for rank correlation coefficient. So this problem we have seen, these ranks are there. We just calculate DI. So these are ranks of X and Y, then DI and DI square, because we require DI square, summation DI square. So total, then we can find the
5-7 नंबर का तो ये भी एग्जाम में आ ही जाएगा सर, अच्छे नंबर हैं, सिंपल फार्मूला लगाओ छुट्टी।
So there is a positive association between ranks of statistics and mathematics.
सर ये जो फार्मूले के डेरिवेशन है आप लोगों को एमएससी में होते हैं क्या, जैसे 6 DI स्क्वायर अपॉन n n स्क्वायर माइनस 1, तो इसने कहीं से तो लाया होगा ना ये स्पीयरमैन ने, तो ये आपको डेरिवेशन होते हैं क्या इनके?
ये डेरिवेशन पूछ रहे हैं?
हाँ, इनका डेरिवेशन आपको एमएससी में सिखाते थे क्या?
हाँ हाँ,
अच्छा।
क्योंकि वहाँ पे अभी तो खैर इंजीनियरिंग में उतना डेरिवेशन नहीं आता, बट साइंस में जाएंगे वहाँ पे आते हैं डेरिवेशंस।
अच्छा सर, बहुत बड़ा हेडेक है सर ये।
Okay, so now see this problem. Suppose we have ranks of 5 students in 3 subjects: computer, physics, and statistics. And we want to test which 2 subjects have the same trend. Okay. Now, same trend means
हाँ सर, दोनों का अलग अलग स्पीयरमैन कोएफिशिएंट निकाल लो, बस हो गया। जिसका ज्यादा है वो रिलेटेड है, और क्या।
नहीं, ज्यादा से मतलब नहीं है यहाँ पे। सेम ट्रेंड मतलब या तो दोनों पॉजिटिव हो या दोनों निगेटिव हो।
अच्छा अच्छा।
So if it is positive, say if you find the rank correlation between computer and physics, and if you are getting some numbers like 5, 2, then we will say that they have the same trend. Means computer और physics में जो knowledge है वो एक साथ माने बढ़ रहा है। And if it is a negative, then दोनों क्या कहते हैं उसके कमजोर हैं, इस तरह से। So same trend means what you have to do? You have to find 3 correlation coefficient, one between computer and physics, then physics and statistics, and then computer and statistics. So these are 3 pairs of 3 pairs हैं, उनके लिए rank correlation coefficient calculate करें. So these R12, R23, R13.
सर
So
कैलकुलेशन तो कर लेंगे आप, बस सर इंटरप्रिटेशन बता दीजिए उसका कैसे होगा।
हाँ वही।
तो इजी है।
So now you can see that R12 is minus 0.6, R23 is minus 0.6,
हाँ, इनका
and
इंटरप्रिटेशन कैसे
R13
होगा?
is 0.3.
हाँ
So you can see that 1 and 3, 1 मतलब computer and 3 means mathematics or statistics. Okay. So computer is statistics.
और पॉजिटिवली कोरिलेटेड, राइट?
So R12 is negative, which indicates that computer and physics have opposite trend. Similarly, negative rank correlation coefficient R23 shows opposite trend in physics and statistics.
Yeah, right.
And R13 indicates that computer and statistics have same trend.
Yeah, great sir, अच्छा example है, thank you so much.
So if the value of R is positive, then we have positive correlation. Positive or in this case same trend actually. We should not say positive correlation. Positive definition means either both moving in the same direction. That is positive actually.
तो सर ऐसे देखा जाए तो कंप्यूटर भी लॉजिक बेस्ड है और फिजिक्स भी लॉजिक बेस्ड है, तो कॉमन सेंस तो यही बोलता है कि दोनों के बीच में पॉजिटिव ट्रेंड होना चाहिए। कंप्यूटर भी लॉजिक बेस्ड चलता है, फिजिक्स भी लॉजिक बेस्ड चलता है, राइट? तो अगर कॉमन सेंस लगाए तो दोनों के बीच में पॉजिटिव ट्रेंड होना चाहिए कि जिसका फिजिक्स अच्छा है उसका कंप्यूटर भी अच्छा है। प्रोग्रामिंग में लॉजिक ही तो है पूरा, और क्या है। वो डेटा फिक्टिशियस बनाया होगा सर, डेटा जो है वो।
हाँ वो जो भी है, अब आपकी हमारे पास टेबल है उसके हिसाब से
एक्सपेरिमेंटल नहीं होगा एक्चुअल, वो डेटा कहीं से।
हाँ ये तो बहुत ही स्मॉल है वैसे भी।
सिंथेटिक डेटा बनाया हुआ है कुछ भी।
हाँ वो तो केवल समझाने के लिए।
राइट।
So sometimes we do not have rank, but actual values of variables are available. जैसा मैंने बताया था। ठीक। So यहाँ पे हम रैंक कर सकते हैं, यहाँ पे कोई रिपीटेशन नहीं है, तो सेम चीज है, बस इन नंबर्स की सहायता से we can find the rank of x and y, and then you can calculate the rank correlation coefficient. Alright. But then sometimes the numbers are repeated, then how to calculate or how to find the correlation or rather rank correlation coefficient. So tied or repeated ranks. So in this case, what we do, you just see if there are two numbers, say, for example, in this sequence, 50, 70, 80, 80, 85, 90. So 90 will be given the first rank. Then after that, we have 85, second. And then you have two numbers, same numbers. Okay. So these two numbers actually occupy the position, third and fourth position. Right? And therefore, what we do, we give them same rank, and that rank will be the mean of these two numbers. That will be 3.5. So we give them, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3.5, this is 3.5. Now next is 5, and next will be 6. So in this way, we rank the numbers.
4 नहीं आएगा सर, 4 नहीं रिपीट आएगा ना?
नहीं, because we have third and fourth values are same.
Right, sir, right.
Okay, so if you arrange these numbers in decreasing order, then it will be 90, 85, 80, 80, 70, 50. So this 90 will be given first rank, then this is second. Now these two have same values, 3 and 4. So 3 and 4, so we give rank 3 plus 4 by 2, that is 3.5 each. This 3.5, 3.5. And then 5 and 6. Now similarly, here in this series, you can see that sequence, you can say that, see that first is 120, and then after that 120 you have three same numbers, 110. So they occupy a position of second, third and fourth. So what we do, we take the mean of these three numbers, that is equal to 3. So we give rank 3 to each of these numbers. Okay. So 4 numbers are ranked. Now next will be 5. Then you have 6. And again we have two numbers, 80 and 80. So after 6 we have 7 and 8. So take the mean of 7 and 8. This is 7.5. So this 7.5 and 7.5. And then 9 and 10. Okay. So because of this, what happens, we have to modify our formula a little bit. So this original formula was this one. R is equal to 1 minus 6 summation di square upon n into n square minus 1. This is original where the ranks are not repeated. But when the ranks are repeated, you can see that you have to add these numbers, which is m square minus 1 by 12. Okay. Now what is this number? Just see. This is correction factor. M square minus 12 is added to summation d square, where m is the number of times a rank is repeated. Now, for example, in this problem, ranks are repeating twice. First 3 times here, and then here 2 times. So we have to add this correction factor twice. One for m is equal to 3 and the other for m is equal to 2. because this rank is repeated 3 times, so M will be 3 here, and this rank is repeated 2 times, so rank will be 2 here. Okay, so these correction factors you have to add in the numerator with summation di square. So for example, in this you can see these numbers are there, and then these are the ranks here. So you just see ranks. This one 6, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, or 6, 6, 6, and then 8. So here one repetition is there, and in the rank of y again you have the repetition 2 times. So these are 2 times of repetition. Therefore, correction factors will be 3 square 9 minus 1 by 12. I think m square minus 1 by 12. Yes. And the other correction factor will be 2, 4 minus 1 by 12. So this much we have to add in the numerator. So you can see that these are 2 correction factors. The value is 2.5, and this value is added in the numerator with di square. So we get this. So in this way we calculate this rank correlation coefficients. So it's over. If you have any doubt or questions, you can ask me.
सर वो डाउट तो ऐसा नहीं है, आज समझ में काफी आया, पर थोड़ा घर जाके ना एक बार, मतलब आप जो पीपीटी शेयर करेंगे तो थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा एक बार।
हाँ ठीक है ना, कर देता हूँ मैं।
तो थोड़ा ढंग से देखेंगे तो हो जाएगा सर, इतना।
हाँ, इसमें कोई ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
हाँ, और अच्छा है सर, आपने क्लासिकल तरीके से बताया, मतलब कभी बाद में इस तरह की प्रॉब्लम आए।